And bang! What is up, our Scooter St. William fans and viewers? Scott Casey Gale here. And today I am going to give you my recap and review of Mayans MC Season 3, Episode 9, entitled The House of Death Floats By. And man, oh man, what an amazing episode. I totally did not see what happened in this episode coming. Oh, man. And I gotta say, this episode hit it right out of the park. There's one episode up before the season 3 finale. Yeah. And shout out to the viewer that's watching. Okay, let's begin with the recap, shall we? Here we go. The House of Death Floats By opens with Easy in jail after assaulting two men who were harassing Gabby. Easy soon gets out, where, where he's met by his brother, Angel Ways. Angel apologizes for his bad behavior at at the bunch. Easy and Gabby be held for the family, revealing that he was breaking down as a result of having seen Adelita for a few days prior. Angel then explains that his son with Adelita died and expresses his insecurities about everything that's happened. And soon after, Angel tells Easy that Nails is pregnant, which he believes is his second chance to be a father. Easy, for his part, tells Angel he'll be a good father, though he really needs to start using a condom, considering just how many women he's gotten pregnant. Wow, that was a pretty funny joke that Easy made the Angels. So, following that meeting, Easy goes to see Felipe Ways at his butcher shop, and irate Felipe interrogates Easy about accidentally hitting Gabby during the aforementioned confrontation. When the older man asks why Easy did what he did, the young biker talks about Goya's the dog, in which one of the paint in which one of the paintings things to the good boys is about to get swallowed up by a wave and drown. I always felt like this. I'm about to be swallowed up by something. Easy says says Pop. I spent my whole life trying to lock it away, but now the things I got to do for this club are the things I've done. Gabby feels she, Gabby feels like a lifetime. I can't lose her, Pop. Easy then leaves to find Gabby. When Easy gets to Gabby's house, she tries to pretend like she isn't home. However, as Easy starts walking away, Gabby comes out of the house. Easy tries to get close to Gabby and apologizes. And while she acknowledges what happened was an accident, Gabby says, "Last night had nothing to do with me. I asked you to stop. Easy. Don't say you did. Don't say you did it for me. I couldn't live with that." Gabby then tells Easy about the real violence she's facing in life and affirms her desire to never have to live through those things again, which means breaking up with him and leaving for Lothian nursing school. "I love you," Gabby says, "and if you love me, you'll let me go." She then walks back in the house as a devastated Easy looks on. That was a very emotional scene. I really felt bad for Easy because I know he didn't mean to assault last week. I know it was an accident. But anyway, that was a very intense emotional scene between Easy and Gabby. And then Coco's heroine story of a drug addiction continues to one parallel to the main story. And in the house that floats by, his story takes a decidedly awful turn. Waking up at the starting the process of getting clean, Coco finds Letitia in the living room, having cleaned the house while he slept. She then apologizes to Coco for what she said to him prior to the overdose, and explains that she's made a list of real rehabs for him to go to. I like that scene. I thought this was a pretty okay scene. And then while Letitia thinks Coco's mind brothers would help pay for his rehab. He responds that telling them about his drug addiction would be a death sentence. Things collapse again when Letitia tells Coco that Hope has left, and he believes she did something to make her leave. Coco then realizes that Isaac, who has been blackmailing the Santa Padre Mayans, is going to make good on his threat of killing her as an armed Coco leaves for Meth Mountain. Letitia begs him not to choose Hope over her. Pretty like pretty interesting thing scene, but like I said, the whole entire Coco drug addiction story has been kind of weird in my opinion. And then at Meth Mountain, Coco goes into Hope's trailer where he finds her passed out with several other people. He picks her up and starts to take her away. But once he exits the trailer, a woman ambushes him, holding a shotgun to his head, while a man takes Coco's gun and Hope. Isaac then ties Coco up and tells him that essentially hooking people and bringing them into his circle is something Hope does accidentally. Isaac then injects Coco with heroin and promises to torture him as a result of all the things he's done. This was a very weird and intense scene, hopefully after this, but when there's this really changes Coco, because I like the fact that Coco was getting clean, but now it looks like he's getting back to using again. Hopefully in the season finale he gets revenge on the Meth Mountain people and goes to rehab and becomes the Coco he was in season 1 and 2. And then the action then moves to Emily Galindo, who has bruises on her neck from Miguel choking her during sex the night before. Taking her morning medication. Soon after, Emily goes for a run, and when she comes back, her sister Erin is waiting for her. Erin asks Emily about the marks in her neck, thinking that it might be the result of abuse. You you think that wedding ring protects you from what he really is? She says. However, Emily responds by saying she knows who Miguel is and what he does. Erin tries to reach out to Emily and appeal to her for her own life experience. Emily, though, becomes angry at what her sister is saying. She pulls out her checkbook book and gives Aaron a blank check. Aaron, though, replies that she came to help her sister, not for the money, and storms out. That was an intense scene as well. A lot of intense scenes in this episode. A lot of weird and intense scenes. And once again, shout out to the other viewer that's watching. And as that's going on, Miguel calls in Marcus Alvarez for a meeting, revealing to the mind's godfather that he knows his mother, Dita Galindo, was murdered by the Ways family and Emily. However, Miguel doesn't let him on that he knows that Alvarez covered up the murder by not telling him about the motorcycle tracks at the scene of the crime. Instead, Nestor lies and claims that he alone saw the tracks. Still, Miguel isn't ready to let Elvis off the hook and asks him to kill Easy, who he knows is responsible for his mother's death. That night, an an, an introspective Alvarez was laments that his son Izzy didn't go to see him him change from the bad person he was to who he is now. Alvarez fears becoming that person again and hurting his family in the way he did. Hmm, very interesting scene. I like what they're doing with Marcus Alvarez this season. He is definitely a key character in this. And then Miguel then returns home where he finds Emily distraught over her fight with Aaron, who has left her for good. They hold hands on the sunset on their estate, and Miguel becomes unusually affectionate. Afterwards, Miguel prepares for a bath filled with some rose petals for Emily, and that's a pretty good sign about just how badly things are about to go for everyone. Miguel pours wine for Emily, poisoning the drink with some of her medication. After Emily loses control of her muscles and passes out, Miguel pushes her head under the water and starts and also and then starts drowning her. He then goes back to the bedroom and cries over his pretty shitty behavior. Miguel soon gets up though and runs to the bathroom. The cartel boss pulls his wife out of the water and she starts coughing up water. And while Emily will live, the damage is done. That was a very brutal, intense scene. For a moment there, I actually thought that Miguel killed Emily, but he didn't. Could and we all know why he did because he blames her for the death of his mother, Dita Galindo, at the hands of easy ways. But the question is, will Miguel now that Miguel knows the truth, does he know that it was there was Dita Galindo's request that easy way strangled her to death in the season 2 finale? I think in some way he does. And then after that, there are two more plots running parallel to the main story in the House of Death, Floats by, and Justice Buddy. In the first, Leticia Espesina Adelita tells Minnie that she is now Adelita. Free Mexico, she says. Kill the devils. And as a newspaper behind him shows Miguel's confrontation with Governor Governor Montserrat Palamo from several episodes prior. Several Adelita's followers turn up at a rally for Monster for Montserrat and try to attack her with knives. This leads to Montserrat being rushed to the bathroom where Louisa kills Montserrat's security guard after lecturing Montserrat about what she's done and how she's hurt Mexico. Louisa reveals that Minnie is now Adelita. This new younger Adelita stabs Montserrat several times, seemingly killing her. After they finish their bloody deed, the old Adelita says she needs to go off on her own and do something. But know that she, although just though what just isn't specified. So is Governor Montserrat dead? It looks like she is, or will she survive her stabbing wounds? I guess we'll find that answer out in the season 3 finale. But yeah, that was a very brutal, violent scene. And then another unexpected scene, which I'm going to get to, it says the other plot is the house that floats by, which takes place in Tijuana, sees El Palo and El Banquero meet up with Canche. El Banquero explains to Canche that they can prove mutually be beneficial to each other in exchange for supplying Canche with heroin. The Yuma Mayans will help El Banquero take down the Santa Padre mines and damage the Galindo cartel. For his part, will become a Yuma Mayan and leave Vatos Malditos behind. Then, towards the end of the episode, Paulo takes the next step in the sinister plan and confronts his sister Laura, who has been working with the Santa Padre Mayan Taza at her home. While that was intense, let's switch to the focus on the Santa Padre mines, where things somehow end up getting even worse. At the clubhouse, Nails tells Steve about Chucky, mentioned that he fell in love and moved to Ohio, finally explaining what happened to the classic Sons of Anarchy character. And I found that scene very interesting. So that explains why Chucky Marstein has been a part of mine season 3, because his character found true love and moved to Ohio. But does this mean we'll never see Chucky in the show again? Hopefully, we do see Chucky in a cameo when Mayans MC comes back for season 4. But I'm really happy that Chucky Marstein found true love. And then the Santa Padre Mayans then come in and tell Steve to details their bikes, lamenting that they'll miss him when he's gone, as they'll be having a vote on his membership status. This leads to a private conversation between Nails and Hank, where the former apologizes for telling the latter about her pregnancy. Hank invites Nails to dinner, and she accepts. Outside the clubhouse, Steve drops by. Outside the clubhouse, Steve stops Easy and reveals that he's been traumatized after having killed a man during an assault on the Sancho Party Mayans. Easy though tells him to lock those feelings away. This is what we signed up for. Easy says clearly disturbed by his talk of Gabby. This is who we are. Everything else is a fucking lie. Soon after a vote on Steve's membership status occurs, as he's officially patched into the Santo Padre Mayans after only 4 months. However, this comes at the expense of Coco, who's having missed another meeting, is officially kicked out of the Santo Padre Mayans. Ooh, that's going to cause a lot of tension between Coco and the Santo Padre Mayans. And I mean a lot of tension. And things are definitely going to heat up. At the party before Steve, Angel announces to everyone that he and Nails are engaged, which devastates Hank, who does his absolute best to hold it together in front of Nails. Easy congratulates Angel, saying that Mother would be proud of him. As the party progresses, everyone has a good time except for Steve, who is clearly unhappy about everything that's happened. And while Steve wanted so badly be a member of the Mayans MC, the violence and the bloodshed that come with it proved too much to Steve, as Steve pulls a revolver from out of his cut and says, "I'm sorry, Easy. I don't think I can put it away." He then shoots himself in the head. Ooh, that I did not see that coming at all. I thought he was gonna do something pretty nice, but I did not actually think that Steve was actually gonna kill himself like that. That was totally unexpected. And then, as the police investigate what happened, Hank breaks down crying over everything that's happened. While Easy rides up to see Gabby, Easy then tells her that he's going to go with her to Lodi and that he's choosing her over the club. And, wow. And I would give this episode 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, and an A triple plus, and a solid 10 out of 10. Lots of crazy things happen in this episode. Like I said earlier, I did not expect Steve to commit suicide the way he did. Wow. And Easy choosing Gabby over the club. So how is that going to affect him and the other Santa Padre Mines club members? And the question is, what does Adelita gonna do alone? Something tells me that she is going after Lincoln Potter. Lincoln Potter, who has not been a part of season 3 this season, because the actor Wayne McKinnon is busy filming another series on a Hulu limited series called Dope Stick, which he'll be playing a recurring character. But hopefully, we get to see Lincoln Potter back next season. Yeah, like I said, I love this episode. A lot of stuff happened in this episode. Lots of explanations. Since like I said, totally unexpected with Steve's suicide, and how is that going to affect the other questions? How is that going to affect the other Sancho Panza Mayans? And what's going to happen in the season 3 finale? Will Miguel Galindo confront Easy Ways and Angel over Easy killing his mother, Dita Galindo? Don't. I mean, yes, there's one episode left this season. There's one episode, yes, and yes, Mayans MC has been officially renewed for season 4, which I am excited for. I'm still thinking that Lincoln Potter is gonna pop up in a cameo in the season 3 finale somehow. Either he's gonna send Angel Ways a a text message, or he's gonna call him and he's gonna tell Angel Ways that his son is actually alive. But I'm actually glad that um Angel is getting his life back again and finding true happiness, proposing to Nails. But is Adelita gonna find out that Angel proposed to Nails, and how is Adelita gonna take it? Kid. Like I said, what does Adelita have to do alone? Like I said, my part of my guess is I think she is going to confront Lincoln Potter. But anyway, comment down below in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about Mayans Mayans season 3, episode 9, entitled "The House of Death Floats By." And what do you think is gonna happen, Ben, in the season 3 finale? Anyway, you stay. Anyway, you stay classy. See, live long and prosper, and peace out. I'm gonna check to see if there's any comments. Anyway, I will be back here next Tuesday for this to my recapping review of the Mayans MC season 3 finale. Anyway, once again, you stay classy, live long and prosper, and peace out. And thank you for watching. Much appreciated.